All right, everybody, Sylvia here. I am on the trail of the Hiawatha with a group from Tater Tot, which would probably be better described as the Portland Posse. So we got Barb and Chuck here on their tandem, and this is the beginning, the trailhead of the route of the Hiawatha. Come on, Myrtle, let's go. This tunnel that we're going to be going through is 1.7 miles long, and it gets very, very cold. It's very, very wet and very, very dark. And so you can probably see I have lights on my helmet. I have lights on my trike. And I've got a jacket on. I'm wearing gloves. And because it's 25 degrees cooler in here. Oh, look how pretty. There's so much water, so much rain. There's just water everywhere. So yeah, this is the St. Paul Pass Tunnel. And you have to be very careful in here because there are gutters on both sides. Yeah, Barb and Trike ahead of me. They've got very bright lights, which is nice. Lighting the way. Better than my little torch light. Got a light, very nice light on my trike. But they are really lighting up this tunnel nicely. So this is the border. Is this the border? Where do you see? Oh yeah, I see it there. Yeah. So we've got the. Can you shine your light on it? Can you just look over there? That's great. No, that really helps. So this is the border between Idaho and Montana, in the middle of the St. Paul Pass Tunnel. Yeah, very cool. Okay, we're seeing light at the end of the tunnel. Woohoo! We probably rode through this tunnel at about 5 miles per hour. No reason to hurry. And the road surface is very, very rough, lots of potholes. But with Barb's excellent light, we were able to avoid a lot of them. Oh my gosh, look how much water there is. Oh my gosh, there's just a little path between the puddles. You all right? Here we are. Back into the light. Oh, can you hear all that water? Oh my gosh. Look at this. Wow. Is that something or what? Look at this. Unbelievable. Very dramatic. Oh my gosh, there's snow. Wow. That's pretty impressive. All right. Wow, it feels warm now that we're out of the tunnel. Yeah, look at that. There's snow. Oh my gosh, on all the mountains. So beautiful. I don't remember there ever being this much snow doing this ride before. All right, look at this. We found them. Todd, Lonnie, and Dave.
Hey, Sylvia.
Well, hi, how are you?
Reasonable.
And there's Todd on his monster quad. And look, you got little chipmunks. Look at you guys. Got Lonnie's trike covered in mud and the trestle in the back and the snow-capped mountains. That's pretty nice. And a chipmunk kind of being very aggressive. He's really coming right up to me. This is the first trestle, Small Creek trestle, number 216. It is 550 feet long and it's 120 feet high. Just great views. And this trail is all down, about 15 miles downhill. Got Barb and Lonnie up on the viewing deck. So here's some remnants of the railway here, the railway ties. And the company that runs this trail, you can see they leave water for anybody that needs it. And often you can see tucked away under some of these trees are extra bike parts, wheels, tubes, anything they think they might need to help out the bikers if there's any issues. Wow, listen to that water, huh? Just a roaring, roaring creek down here. Standing on a trestle on the trail to Hiawatha. Beautiful snow-capped mountains, blue skies. And look at this just lovely creek flowing right below us. Forest of trees. And we're pretty high up here. There's the legs of the trestle. Hey, Lonnie.
Just me.
Yeah?
Don't jump, Sylvia.
Are you, do you need to hang on? Yes. No jumping, not today.
Is that what the sign said? Not today, huh?
That was one of the restrictions, Lonnie, was no jumping.
Okay. What?
So this is Dave's first time doing this trail. I think a lot of us have done it quite a few times. And he has some pretty fancy fenders on his HP Velotechnic Scorpion. They're wooden and they don't really offer enough protection for this ride. So he designed what he's calling fender skirts.
Oh, you just put those on? Okay.
And you can see the black piece that he bolted on to protect him from the mud. It did pretty well. I mean, you've got some. Oh yeah, you got some.
much.
You're pretty muddy.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, it's
Not
fun
half
though.
as muddy I'd be without them.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah. It's part of the experience is getting muddy. Yeah, it looks cool, Dave.
Thank you.
I really love that expression, fender skirt. Oh. Oh, is he limping? He kind of looks like a road runner. Oh, I can't imagine. See you, little guy. Here's one coming into your view. Oh, here's some folks on it. All right, so we are coming to the halfway point for this ride, the turnaround where the shuttles can take people back up to the top. There's a bathroom down here, very important. And then we're going to turn around and ride back up. It's actually been a really nice ride, although to me it feels like this trail is much rougher than usual. Yeah, there's all these bikes here. I think these are just waiting for the shuttle. Oh, playing some cornhole while they wait. Excuse me. Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty windy down here. Yeah. Yeah, so here's the next group to take the shuttle. These old school buses are the shuttles that take everybody back up to the top. We're just turning around and headed back the way we came. So back on the route of the Hiawatha. It's very windy down here. It was not nearly this windy anywhere else on the trail. So from the parking lot down to the bottom, we had done 33 feet of climbing. And I'm thinking that most of that was from the truck through the parking lot and through that first tunnel. And it'll be interesting to see how much climbing we will do to get back. So this is the west portal on the route of the Hiawatha, just before the big tunnel. 1.7 mile, cold, wet, dark, spooky tunnel. And I'm gonna stop, put on my jacket, cover my side seat mount bag, even though it's already a mess. Get my torch on my helmet, put my gloves on because the tunnel is very, very cold. All right, Barb and Chuck, we did it. Woohoo, woohoo. All right, we have completed the Trail of the Hiawatha, and we did just over 26 miles, and we climbed 960 feet. We did 33 feet of climbing by the time we were at the bottom, so over 900 feet of climbing to get back up. You guys are gonna have to let me know what you think of this ride. I thought it was very eventful. It is not for the faint of heart. It's very rough. I had to stop and I had to stop and tighten up some bolts that had come loose. At least this time I remembered my fenders, but it's still a really big mucky mess. But I still really enjoy it. This is actually one of my very favorite trails. It started it out with beautiful sunshine. It became quite windy and overcast, and now it's very warm as we're finishing up, heading back to our trucks and cars. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you next time.